Right, I did say for those that watched the What's On video earlier, I would share with you what I got up to last night, folks. Now, some of you that watch the channel on a regular basis might just like to know bits and pieces of what happens in my life. If you don't, absolutely no worry. Just pass on to one of my other videos. I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to, I've got thick skin. It won't bother me. No hard feelings from my part at all. Don't worry. Anyway, I said to some folk earlier that I was out on the town last night. Well, that isn't strictly true. I was out. I went to a bit of a fundraiser. That's right, an old fundraiser at one of the social clubs in that there Warrington, which is where I'm from. And it was a fundraiser for a bowls team. My lad plays the old bowls in Warrington. It's a very much participated sport in Warrington. And his team are struggling. They're struggling with the upkeep of the green and the lighting there. And to that end, they had a fundraiser last night. The team's called ALFORD, I think it's ALFORD Hall, ALFORD Sports. The club's ALFORD Sports, I think the team's ALFORD Hall, I think it's ALFORD Hall Bowling Club. Anyway, I went there last night, didn't want to go, I'll be honest with you, didn't want to go at all. The other half had been badgering me to go for a couple of weeks, didn't fancy it at all. She was going with a mate of hers. Anyway, a mate pulled out at the last minute. Thanks very much for that, leader. So I had to go. Now the thing is, the reason I didn't want to go, folks, no problem with the wife or anything like that. No problem getting out there with her. No problem at all. No, she's alright, she's the wife. But it was a race night, and I don't like race nights. I like racing, but these race nights, I think they're crap. I've not been one for 25 or 30 years, and I didn't like them then. I just don't like them. I think they're for absolute lame brains, people that have not got a brain in their head. I really, really do. I said to wife, she'd never been one before, I said, I think you'll really like it. You'll get a lot from it. She didn't seem that happy with that. Why? I don't know. I don't know what I said, but she didn't seem pleased with that at all. Anyway, she did enjoy it. I wasn't keen. She was, that's fine. Anyway, we went to support it, and the first thing that I noticed, honestly, was the support was poor. Really poor. I mean, they've got 3 men's teams there. They've got a women's team, and then they've got another midweek women's team. So you're looking at 5 teams. And the turnout was awful. I felt sorry for the 2 people that organised it. I think it was Old Dipper on the scene, and I think Tracy, and I felt sorry for him, because they'd done the best, put lots of prizes up and stuff. They had a cracking raffle at the end. There was more raffle prizes than there was people in there, I think. Some people got 2, it was unbelievable. But it just wasn't supported, and I was shocked, because you see what tends to happen with bowls, it's a nice tightly knit community, and they all tend to rally round if one of the teams is struggling, and they have one of these fundraisers on. They don't happen often, but when they do, you get lots of people from that club supporting it. I mean, I think they've got a B team there, and it's a men's B team, and there's a lot of men on the B team, a lot in the squad. I don't think one of them turned up. My lad's team, the A team there, probably 2/3 of the squad turned up. My lad turns up, he's got about 5 young mates. Every single one of them turned up. They do for everything to do with the club. They always turn up. Some might say it's an old man's game. These are younger lads, but they turn up to support everything, and it's a credit to them. So to that end, me and the wife went as well. But as I say, there wasn't a lot in there. And what was disappointing was, with this bowls community, if one team is struggling, many from other teams turn up with the wives, the partners, and so on and so forth, to try and put funds into a club that is struggling a little. Virtually nobody turned up, and I was just really disappointed. My lad said, it's strange. He said, I've been a couple in the last 18 months, Dad, for other teams, and they've been packers. They've packed out. They really have. I said, well, and I think I know what's going on. I think there's just a little bit, and I shouldn't know this, but I think there's a little bit of jealousy. I mean, I think the thing is, my lads' team are doing reasonably well. They're one of the best teams in that there Warrington now. But the thing is, they've got half the squad made up of young lads, like 20 to 30. And I think, and I don't know this, I've not been told this, but I think the old brigade don't like that. You see, with the old bowls, you can bowl any age from about 13 or 14 all the way up to sort of 75, 80. And there's some crackerjacks in Warrington in the 60s and 70s. There really is. But I think a lot of the older brigade don't like these young guns coming through, especially getting beat by many of these young guns on a regular basis. I don't think they like it. And they would say the young lads don't help themselves, because my lad's team, the young guns on it, are pretty loud and boisterous. They have a laugh and a joke. I mean, my lad, you won't believe this, but he's even louder than me! Well, I'm stretching it a bit, maybe not. And he doesn't have talk. Talk? You can't get a word in, he never stops talking. Where he's got it from, I don't know. But he's a good lad, and they're all good lads. They all turned up last night. Who was there? The young lads. Bish was there. Danny was there. Liam was there. Good lad, Liam. Good lad, Liam. The Professor. Oh, the Professor was there. Well, to give him his full title, the Professor of Love. But we don't always use the full title, it's normally The Professor. As it turned out, he grabbed my ear last night and gave me a bit of advice, but I couldn't share it on here, folks. Oh, no, I couldn't share it on here. It's not that kind of channel. And then we had Ronnie there. Ronnie Vanucci turned up. Oh, Ronnie. Now, Ronnie, he loves his bowls. Now, for those that don't know who Ronnie is, some of you will. He's the old drummer there in the band The Killers. Oh, he's drumming at The Killers, and he's been busy at the moment. They've got the Greatest Hits LP coming out any time, so he's been busy. But it's hard to believe a guy from such an exalted position up there in the old Killers, from that there Las Vegas, plays his bowls on a Monday and a Friday night in Warrington for ALFORD. He loves it though, he loves it, and he loves the young lads. He's a crackerjack all on it. I like him a lot, I do. He had a word with me last night. I was saying, it's great that you support it. Someone like yourself coming in, I wouldn't have expected that. It's unbelievable, really. You know, you must get a lot of mind of this. Well, he said, I don't tend to. The bowling, everybody gets on. He said, it's grand, really. And I said, do you watch any other groups? Is it just... I said, I'm going to see that there Green Day next year. He said, I support other groups. He said, it's not just us, I like to look at other groups, and to that end he supports the Bowls. And I thought, oh, what a lovely lad, what a lovely fella. You know, what a first time I've talked to him, because obviously he's up there, you know, in a world famous band. I'm only little old me here in Warrington, but nice fella. My lad told me he was a nice fella. Not wrong, he's not wrong. But yeah, it was a great night. We had a good night, had a few to drink. I felt it this morning, but just a disappointing turnout. I felt sorry for the club, I really did. I don't know what they've raised. I hope they've done okay. But it was just a shame. I don't know what happened, whatever they've raised. Ronnie will double it. You know, he's got the cash in it from being in the Killers. He'll say, oh, whatever you raise, I'll double it. He's that kind of lad. He really is. But no, we had a good night. And to them young lads that turned out with me lad, well done, well done. Good for supporting your club. As I say, every time anything's needed there, they're there supporting. And I like that, because not many young lads are like that. It's grand. And a few other women turned out as well, which was good. Just a bit of a shame that some of the other teams didn't have members turn out. It's awful that, you know, when your club's struggling, they need the help. They need the help. It's all about helping. Don't hurt to help a bit in this day and age, you know.